Well, guess today is the day I'm gonna review my first television show, Rick and Morty. Created by Justin Roiland and Diane Harmon, who previously worked on the critically acclaimed drama slash comedy Community, which I have not seen yet by the way. It officially premiered on December 2nd, 2013 on the channel in a channel Adult Swim. And to be in the spotlight for so long is not something that many shows are capable of. But who am I kidding with? You know, it was born from the weird short film The Real Animated Adventures of Doc and Marty, which in itself was a parody of the popular American time travel movie Back to the Future. You know, it received critical and commercial success and has won several awards. But honestly, who cares about awards? I still do not get how Free Churro didn't win an Emmy. Come on now, that one is a masterpiece. Anyways, yes, today I'm gonna review this show before the fifth season comes out. And I think this is spoiler free, but clips from episodes will of course be shown, so proceed at your own risk. Okay, let's talk about the animation. I'm not good at talking about animation. Okay, but still I think the show looks good and people seem to think that too. The animation feels slick and there are some standout moments where the effort put in is tremendous and never does the show feel sloppy with its animation. So while I'm not completely qualified to say this, the animation is good. Honestly, it is really good and has nothing to be critiqued. Next up, the story. Rick and Morty is not serialized, which is not a bad thing by the way. But there is something that I can criticize here, and that is the repetitive nature of the show. And no, not because of the story wheel, which also plays a major role in this, but it is in the central reason. It is the characters. Rick and Morty is a heavily character driven show. Some even call this a science fiction family drama, which I completely agree with. Remember how I said this was not a serialized show? Well, that was only half true. The world doesn't completely reset after each episode. In fact, actions from previous episodes can affect future episodes. It doesn't really have an overarching plot, at least for now. It does have hints of having one though. I don't know why people get excited when seeing evil Morty, but he is there and Rick is shown seeing a baby Morty in one episode, even though he wasn't there for Morty's childhood. So, the show basically has a flow to it. Not completely serialized, but it definitely has a timeline. But the thing is, while the world changes, the characters don't. Now, of course, there should be consistency in these characters, but they seem to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over and over without any kind of actual remorse. Not only does this make the show's characters unlikable because they won't try and change, but also make the show feel samey. Not that by unlikable, I don't mean characters with flaws. I love Bojack and Sato despite their shortcomings, but I rather mean annoying, which they start to get after a while. I will talk about the show's humor in another section, but for now, let me explain the other major flaw in this show. Being a character driven show, the other flaw is also regarding the characters, and that is they are kinda one dimensional. Now, listen to me. They do develop them, and those moments are the very best in this show, but they don't do it enough. When you see a situation in Rick and Morty, you know how a character is gonna react. Here, I will go ahead and even tell you how they will react to any situation. Rick will not be interested, Morty will panic but also try to fix the issue, Beth will be hot headed, Jerry will panic and regret his uselessness, and Summer will overreact. You can, of course, bring forth the argument that it is a sitcom and repetitiveness is not an issue, but
If it's not fun, why bother?
yeah, Reggie said it. Great sitcoms like The Simpsons have consistent characters that we get to know more about, even if they don't necessarily change. But in Rick and Morty, those scenes of getting to know the characters are very rare, making the characters more and more blander as the show goes on. At least experiment with the style of storytelling rather than doing something entirely new. Something like The Old Man and the Seed, where we get to see Rick actually being alone and get to see a softer side to him, rather than the show telling us that Rick is alone and sad. What I'm trying to say is that while the concept of Rick being unhappy is pre established, the show explores the theme in an interesting manner, which is what I want with the whole show. But I like how they explore the theme of nihilism, even though other philosophical concepts are welcome. So, yeah, I think Rick and Morty is a show with two sides. Its highs are really tall heights, and its lows are really average lows. I know that people are gonna be mad at me for this, but I guess I've got to move on and talk about the humor now. About the humor, I don't get the appeal of the humor. Vulgar and absurdist humor are nothing new in animation, and you have loads of it in here. This is not my kind of thing, but maybe you will enjoy it. I think the main appeal comes from the show's ability to mix this kind of humor with some high concept things, often coming in circle with the show's central theme of nihilism. But honestly, I'd much rather watch Adventure Time, which does this same exact thing, and in my opinion, is much more complex and funnier than this show. The vocal performances are great, even though some of the side characters' voices are intentionally annoying, and the music isn't nothing to write home about. The main theme is cool though. So, do I love Rick and Morty? I definitely enjoyed it and will watch the fifth season. But there are many other alternatives that I'd rather pick. Though the show is supremely entertaining despite its repetitive nature. Though I definitely wouldn't call it my favorite cartoon series of the decade, BoJack Horseman is definitely my favorite cartoon, and Welcome to the NHK is a close second. And Gumball and Adventure Time are also high tier shows, but not Rick and Morty. I'm sorry, but I don't love the show. Even though I get why it is popular, it has thousands of gags perfect for memes. It is very high concept, experimental, and daring. But every experiment is not perfect, and I'm the guy who defends Teen Titans Go for being a decent superhero parody, ruined by its constant underwhelming animation and funny jokes, which overshadow the actually good and clever ones. But in there somewhere is a competent show, a show which will never get out of the shadow of its predecessor. But now we are getting sidetracked. In my opinion, Rick and Morty works best when it is extremely daring and experimental. For example, A Wrinkle in Time. But as the show went on, it started to feel more and more safe. Though, still, I give Rick and Morty a 7 out of 10. A decent, enjoyable ride. Now to abruptly end the review because I'm still not a professional.